While this is being presented as a thaw in U.S. South African relations, we should not see that because it's simply untrue. After months of diplomatic deep freeze, the United States and South Africa might be inching towards a thaw. President Ramaphosa is set to receive the credentials of U.S. Ambassador-designate Brent Bozell on April 8th, alongside envoys from 19 other nations, including Cuba, Lebanon, Angola, Mozambique, and Zimbabwe. Now, South Africa made the United States ambassador wait 2.5 months after his arrival. Now, this in itself is not unusual. However, the rapid effort to get Ibrahim Rasool's credentials accepted in January of 2025 in a transition month to a different administration in the waning days of the corrupt Biden regime is in stark contrast to the treatment that Ambassador Bozell has received from South Africa's DIRCO. The ANC and Biden colluded to undermine the Trump administration with the highly unusual acceptance of credentials at such a late stage. It signaled that South Africa was important to the Biden regime. Meanwhile, having Bozell present credentials along with 18 other nations is a clear signal to Washington that in the eyes of Pretoria, you are nothing special. In fact, here's a little salt to rub in the wound by having the United States present its credentials on the same day as Cuba. The optics are obvious. This is not a diplomatic thaw or a restart. It's more of the same from the ANC. More insults. Now, that doesn't mean the United States warrants special treatment, but South Africa got special treatment when they forced through Ibrahim Rasool for his second term. Now, this formal step will allow Bozell to assume his full duties, but things are not so great. Diplomatic engagement is limited. South Africa continues to mislead its public, claiming that they're working on a trade deal, which they've never made any genuine effort to do. They've never sent a delegation, no trade representative, no ambassador, no charge d'affaires working on this. They simply say that they're doing it, and they never have. They've settled in with the court-lowered tariffs, and they're happy with that for now. But this does not represent a thaw in U.S. South African relations. Far from it. It's yet another insult. But not really. The U.S. will not take it as such a thing. But it's meant to be an insult. If the U.S. was important, if this relationship was important to the ANC, as Ramaphosa has repeatedly claimed it is, then these credentials should have been accepted 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago. There's no reason to wait to pile it on with 18 other nations. That's just saying you're just one of the crowd. Again, not unusual, but given what was done for Rasool by the State Department and the Biden regime, it is quite a slap in the face if you look at things objectively. Whatever the case is, this is a country that's already gone beyond the norm in the Vienna Conventions by raiding a diplomatic site, interfering with diplomatic activities, doxing a diplomat's personal information, putting his life at risk, a violation of South Africa's law and a violation of the Vienna Conventions. South Africa speaks high and mighty, but its actions speak otherwise. But now, President Ramaphosa will receive, on the 8th of April, Brent Bozell's credentials, making him a fully accredited ambassador. Do not, for a moment, think that this means that relations between the ANC and Western nations, and the United States in particular, are improving. The ANC still loves and supports terror regimes in Tehran, communist in Beijing, in Havana, and totalitarian fascist in Moscow. That's reality. Well, let's see what happens going forward, but don't get too excited, folks. This is not a thaw. This is not improved relations. This is pro forma. This is what's expected, and this is what I predicted. The ANC would accept his credentials in due time, and that's what's happening on the 8th of April, 2026. Let's see what happens going forward. Cheers.